Hey family, hope all's going well. I've been thinking about how it's time for all of us, younger generations to pull together and do what we can to help the elderly people survive this purge, this virus purge. And honestly, it doesn't matter for right now. It doesn't matter if it was created by the CIA, the Communist Chinese imperialist government, or if it is both a hybrid combination of a virus that was from bats in the wet market, because the exotic meat market, and the virus jumped to humans, and then it got morphed, or somebody took that and isolated it and created it and manufactured it. Okay, that stuff, like the arguments around, like for example, some people are saying, "Oh, this is a ploy by the Democrats to not put Trump in office again." And here's the thing with theories as stupid as that, is that this is a global pandemic. It's out everywhere. Why would China crash their entire economy just so that Trump wouldn't get elected into office and they're working with the Democrats? I mean, it's really bizarre. The really strange theories that are coming out of there. I feel like there's several kinds of people. Some people aren't taking it serious. They're like, oh, it doesn't matter. Like, oh my god, like I can't go to Coachella. Oh my gosh, I can't celebrate St. Patrick's Day. It's like, seriously, right now is the time for us to say, what do we have to do? Stay home and watch TV? Okay. And honestly, we have plenty of food. The stores are going to stay open, there'll just be less there. And honestly, again, some of us, the poor in America are pretty fat. There's plenty of us who could afford to lose a little bit of weight so that less people don't die. I'll eat eggs the whole time. I'll eat just plain rice, a little bit of vinegar. I'll do whatever I can to help those old people survive. And again, we cannot turn against the elderly because we're scared that we won't be able to pay our bills. Instead, we need to call in, send emails, share, articles, do hashtags, whatever that you can do without physically getting next to each other to push your governors and the federal government to do a UBI, a universal basic income influx into the working class, areas of society that desperately need it. So that way, kind of like what Andrew Yang was proposing, Bernie Sanders supported this. Others are talking about it, that should immediately be dispersed to every, citizen in America so that they can weather the storm. Because people are still gathering in Florida. People are still going to concerts in Nashville. A lot of people aren't taking this serious. The states are not working together. And it's going to spread more, and it's going to impact the hospitals that are going to be overwhelmed because they also have to treat cancer patients, women giving birth, right? Like repairs, accidents from cars. They got a lot they have to do. And if they get overwhelmed with this virus and then, this mass group of people dying, they won't be able to go to their funerals because, they'll be quarantined because of the virus. So, do you see how, like, us pointing fingers at each other about who started the virus is not going to help us fight the virus? And all of us young people, it's our duty to do what we can to help our culture and our society and our species survive. The elderly are important. I know that we've lost our respect for them in many cultures and in many cities, and there's so many broken families that we don't see them as the sages, the elders that they are, and not every elder person has done their job becoming wise. I get it. We're disconnected. But now let's pull together. We can have fun and discuss shithole theories, all you want. But right now, let's just take it serious, stay home, and do what we gotta do to weather the storm. And to people who say, like, I don't know how to cook, a lot of restaurants are doing to go. There's frozen food. Make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You being lazy and dumb and not knowing how to do basic adult skills of how to cook is your fault, and an old person doesn't deserve a big fat hospital bill or to die because you're too lazy to use your smartphone to look up an easy recipe or go to a library. Well, you can't go to a library now, but you can still you can Amazon is still delivering, so you could still get a cookbook on Amazon. $10, $20. I mean, for free on Google you can look. If you're going to be so lazy to say, well, I want to go outside and it's so stupid to shut down all these bars and restaurants, and I just want to go out. It's like, what? You're so selfish and narcissistic. The true ugliness of people's characters are coming out right now. It's going to be hard, but do it. Save a life. Stay home. Our ancestors had to fight in wars. All you gotta do is stay home and watch TV, and you won't even do that. And this casual, like, it's a manufactured crisis. Okay, yeah, it could be a manufactured, bioweapons warfare. Okay, that still doesn't mean we aren't supposed to do our best to help the elderly. Stop using those theories of government control to, like, oh, this is authoritarianism, you can't make me stay home, my freedom. And it's like, so your weird obsession with freedom to get a virus that will kill an old person is somehow the epitome of freedom. Yeah, you may be free to walk around and infect someone with the virus, but you're a straight just piece of garbage human being. If you're thinking about yourself and your freedom in a time when our elders are dying and now pregnant women have been told to stay home, so our young babies and pregnant women and elderly need you to stay your stupid ass home, and all you can say is, this is authoritarianism, the government can't tell me what to do. Freedom! This is authoritarianism, this is totalitarian, martial law's coming, they're gonna kill us all, blah 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 blah. It's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Seriously, stay home. You're whining. You're in America, in a first world country. The whole continent of Africa would be laughing at you right now if you're saying you can't go 3 weeks with some frozen food when they're surviving out there with way more diseases, way less comfortable attributes of air conditioning and heating and technology toys and fancy cars. Yes, America has suffering parts, but as everyone else points out, the fat people in America, they're both poor and rich. In other countries, the poor are skeletons, basically. So come on. Y'all are too lazy, selfish, greedy. Maybe look in your closet. How much money did you waste on clothes? Oh, but now the old people need you not to go out. Oh, that's too much to cost. That's too costly. That's too much to ask you. Maybe from this pandemic, you'll learn how to be more of an adult. Stop buying crap you don't need. You can get little things once in a while, no doubt. But can you eat your shoes? Can you eat your bracelet? Now you're getting your priorities better? The old people are important. Seriously, get it together.